from a man who just retired from the hotel industry after 45 years. There's something special about knowing exactly where your purchases come from, meeting the makers, hearing their stories, and supporting the passion behind their work. My name is, don't do like that. My name is Janice Lemke, and I'm proud to be your 103rd president. I want you all to meet Francesca. You're dressed better than me today. You look amazing. Francesca, I'm going to give her the microphone, and she has her introductions. Ready? And you can stand over here or stand here, whatever works.
Hi, my name is Francesca, and I am the Kitterack president this year. I would like to introduce our officers. Layla as our vice president, Janelle as our secretary, Ansel as our treasurer, and Chloe as our historian. The members of Kitterack have had an outstanding and generous year. Kitterack is special to all of us, including me, because we've made so many great memories while helping others, having fun, and working to make the world a better place. We've had a very busy school year. We've participated in a canned food drive for the Salvation Army, created and ran games at our school's Trunk or Treat event, and focused on student mental health by hosting a special SBAC kickback to help ease the stress of testing. Next week, we get close to the end of our year by being part of something very special, a rededication celebration at our new school building. Being part of Kitterack has been an amazing experience for all of us, and we truly wish the year could have been longer. But we are proud of what we've accomplished and leave knowing we've made a difference in many people's lives.
You are amazing. So we're going to go ahead and you're going to invite someone up to do the invocation now, aren't you?
Janelle, please come up.
Our job in Kitterack and Rotary is to help people. Let us be thankful for the work we do. Let us be thankful for all the lives we improved and helped. Let us be thankful for the food we're about to eat. Let us be happy and thankful for life. Thank you. Amen.
Okay, so now we are going to go ahead. You're going to do some introductions of who's going to do our song, and I think you guys are going to kind of gather together to lead the song. So you can either come up here or you can come out in the middle, whatever you guys like. So I'm going to give the microphone. You can do the introductions.
Layla, please come up.
Okay, so let's stand over here. Use both microphones and let everyone know. Layla. Let everyone know what we're singing. This is Layla. Layla, let everybody know what we're singing today, okay? Well, we're gonna do the song first, and then we're gonna do the Pledge of Allegiance. You want to do that? Are you guys gonna do this? Okay.
We will be singing the first verse of Home Means Nevada.
Way out in the land of the setting sun, where the wind blows wild and free, there's a lovely spot, just the only one, that means home, sweet home to me. If you follow the old Kit Carson trail until desert meets the hills, oh, you certainly will agree with me, it's a place of 1,000 thrills. Home means Nevada, home means the hills, home means the sage and the pine. Out by the Truckee silvery rills, out where the sun always shines. Here is the land that I love the best, fairer than all I can see. Right in the heart of the Golden West, home means Nevada to me.
Okay. So
Nancy, This is our Sergeant of Arms.
So Nancy's our Sergeant of Arms, and you guys are going to go ahead and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, right? Okay.
Please place your hand over your heart, face the flag, and begin with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for 30 seconds of silence. Please sit down.
We're going to go into thank yous right now. First of all, we thank our Kitterack students, the family, for being here. We'll do a few introductions shortly. And of course, the administrative team that could join us today. Thank yous today are Lynn Ng, Dr. Kathy Mahon, and Bob Warner for setup. Greeters, we had Erica Brandenberry and Nancy Anderson. Ticket sales, Nikki Judium. I had Martha Garcia, but I think we had someone else. Nick, who was it? Thank you, Sean Sennett. Photographer, Tina Bishop. Scribe, Elliot Harris. AV team, Stu Lipoff. Teardown, we have Elliot Harris and Michael Williams. We're going to go to guest. So I want you to ask if there's any international guests.
Bob, do we have any international guests?
Okay, that's a good answer. Thank you.
Visiting Rotarians, can you raise your hand?
Do we have one?
Yes, for the third week in a row, I think I'm your visiting Rotarian, and I think I'm on the way to becoming a member of your club. We'll see.
Okay, now I'm going to say guest of honor.
Do we have any guests of Rotarians?
Yes, today we have two guests. I'll do the first one. I'll let you do the second one. Today we have Adam Colvin here today. Adam's from the East Coast, just moved here, and his son's an Eagle Scout, and we had him come to one of our alumni events, and he wanted to come and learn more about Rotary today, so he's here today.
I don't think Patrick knows that St. Louis isn't on the East Coast. But I have the privilege of introducing Beverly Givens. Beverly is the CEO of Refuge for Women here in Las Vegas, and we've had the pleasure of meeting. I've been talking to her about how nonprofit fundraising works here in Las Vegas, and Refuge for Women works specifically for women who have been involved in trafficking, human trafficking.
Thank you. We have the unique, distinguished honor and pleasure to have a long-standing member of our Rotary Club, joined in 1985. He is now an honorary member of our club, and actually we would have put him at the birthday table, but his 99th birthday was in February, so we're going to wait till next February and he can sit for his 100th birthday at the birthday table. Dr. Bill Steffen.
I have the pleasure of introducing my son, Jonathan Rashmere.
Do we have...
Hi there. Kyle from the Salvation Army. I've got my son Landon. He just moved from New Zealand. I'm trying to entice him to stay here in Las Vegas, so that means we've got to be nice to him. He's just started a business with his friend in New York, and he's been, pulled between the two places. But he used to be very involved in Rotary as a young boy. So anyway, it's good to have him, and I'm just proud to introduce him. So thank you. Yes, please go ahead.
Do we have any more guests of Rotarians?
Okay, we're good. Now you're going to ask if we have any guests on the club.
Do we have any guests of our club? Okay, now I'm going to give the microphone to President Janice.
Thank you so much. I would like her to be here every week, please. I'm going to introduce the head table. So we have Camila Solea, welcome. We have, let me think. We have past President Tony Kern. We have Nikki Judium. We have Carrie Gross, and we have our speaker, Heather Brown. I was missing. So welcome, thanks for joining me. Okay, we're gonna
take the microphone to the birthday table.
I'm scared. I gotta back over here. Okay, let's go, Nancy.
Hi, my name is Suzette Wheeler. I've been a member of this club for about 3, maybe 4 years now. So anyway, my birthday is May 12th. Happy to be here.
Hi, my name is Randall Brody. In December, it'll be 2 years with this club, and my birthday was on May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, which could explain some things. I don't know what.
Hi, I'm Sean. I'm very absent-minded, came in really quickly, threw a card down, and sat at the wrong table.
I'm Bert Reiner. I've been in this club for 6 years and a number of years in Connecticut before coming here. Last night I came back from a cruise went to Vancouver and then along the northwest passage. Just got home late last night. And I'm going to be 89 later this month.
I am Larry Cohn, been a member of the club for almost 5.5 years now, and my birthday is May 22nd, and I'll be a young 71.
Hello there, and I'm Ansel Barron, and my birthday is on May 26th.
Okay, hold on, guys.
Hi, it's Carrie. My birthday is Monday. I will be 47.
Hello, my birthday is Saturday, May 9th. I don't know where to begin, though, but never mind. 28 years in the club.
President Janice, we have 2 Rotarians sitting at the birthday table.
Wait a minute. Another birthday. Fancy, hold on.
Sorry, I sat at the wrong table. Branton, I've been a Rotarian here for a year, and my birthday is May 19th.
All right.
Birthdays were everywhere.
President Janice, we have 2 Rotarians sitting at their birthday table, and it's not their birthday. Should we give them a fine?
We'll give it some thought, huh? You think we should fine them? Okay. Should we go by their age, but they may not want to give their age? Should we just say, what do you want to do, $50 each? Does that sound good? That sounds like a lot to you, doesn't it? It's not bad. It's not. But it's a joke, but if you want to give, you can give to the Rotary Foundation. So thank you. And then,
Is there anyone else in the room that has a birthday?
we're ready to sing happy birthday. Say we're all gonna join in and say happy birthday to the birthday table, okay? You're gonna start? I'll do it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rotarian Interact. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, so we're gonna do announcements now. So this is where we make her run a lot, okay? We're gonna take the microphone over to past President Karen Wisenhunt.
Good afternoon, Rotarians. Well, the crunch is on. America 250 celebration in the park at the Springs Preserve is just a little over a week away. And first, I want to thank all of the sponsors that have stepped up to make this possible, and all of those that went outside of their comfort zone and got sponsors for this event. The big crunch right now is getting tickets sold for the Green Book. If you're coming to the event, please put your name in the Green Book. Invite your friends and family. We had to confirm the numbers yesterday. We're doing great, but we can always use more, especially families. So please come out and support us. And then if you can volunteer on Friday afternoon from 12 till 3, or on Saturday morning at 6 o'clock, we can still use help, and you can sign up in the Green Book. Thank you.
Please take the microphone to Elliot.
Yeah, we try to shorten the length. Just to announce that tonight we're having the 25 Club meeting and the new member orientation in my home. And as you come in, the gates should be open. So please do come, do help us welcome the new members, and let's have a good time. Thanks.
Please take the microphone to Susan.
Hello, fellow Rotarians. It's the time for us to gather together on June 5th. It's a Friday for the Aviators Night Out, where we combine with the USO to support our airmen from Creech and Nellis Air Force bases. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll have a setup somewhere around 5 o'clock, and then we'll have a meet and greet around 6. And if y'all want to go to the game, that's on you, but the troops are going to get a night out for their family at the ballpark, at the Las Vegas ballpark. If you don't know where that is, we'll have plenty of announcements between now and June 5th to get some news out to you, and also in the fifth wheel. Thank you.
Please take the microphone to past President Kirk.
All right, I'm on the agenda for something in particular, but I first want to share one thing with you. Last weekend we built a house in Ducati. They had a great build. They got it done early, and everything went as scheduled. There is a fundraiser for the foundation of Corazon this weekend on Saturday. I will be there. The reason I'm going is that this club gave $20,000 to Corazon in September of last year for tuition for 15 students to go to school. That included their supplies and their shoes and materials that they need to go to school there. Everything is based on tuition in Mexico. It is not a public school system, especially at Ducati and Tijuana. And then the second thing is that There's a great vibe in the room. Janice leading us and making sure that everybody has a good meeting, solid, rock solid experiences every Thursday. That requires a lot of time and attention. Last time I talked about this, I asked everybody to stand up. I'm not doing that today. But I am going to say that on the 25th of June, we're going to celebrate all the great things that Janice has brought to the club this whole year by demoting her. So on 25th of June, keep it open. We will have a demotion party, also known as debunking party, at Jerry Engel's house in Queensridge. Thanks.
Thank you.
Please take the microphone to Rosalie.
Thank you, young man. Today, I want to remind everyone this is the last day for the donations to the suit drive that we're doing for West Care. We've been able to collect quite a few items. It looks like a lot of people have been donating directly to the location of West Care, which is fine. If you have them today, please bring them in so that we can get them together for Andrew or one of their people to pick up. And as you all know, they're very excited. We're going to have some coverage on this with social media and some other things. So we're very excited. It was successful again, and thank you all who participated for us. Appreciate it. And so does West Care.
Thank you. Okay, next, last week, President-elect Greg McGuire presented a check to Silver State Education Foundation, and we were unable to play the video, which I think we now can play the video for you.
We're constantly talking about the teacher shortage here in Clark County for our schools, especially in our North Las Vegas schools. Turning local students into local teachers. The city of North Las Vegas celebrating a new program aiming to do just that.
There's a new program to get a licensed professional inside every single classroom, and this is especially vital in North Las Vegas, where they see the highest number of vacancies per capita than anywhere else in the state.
The Silver State Education Foundation launched the Homegrown Teacher Program, encouraging high school students to pick up a career in education.
And through the program, they get mentoring and resources. And by the time they graduate, they will have credits to transfer to a local university where they will get financial help.
None of my families went to college or became teachers, but I think overall, like, my mom has always been like my first teacher, and I don't know, she's always told me to pursue my dreams, so I just kind of like, with this program, it just opened my eyes, like, this is my chance to pursue what I want to do in the future. I thought about being a teacher when I was younger, because having a brother with autism, I've seen how he was raised in the classroom, and that got sparked of interest, and I jumped into this program with both feet in, and I was so happy to be a part of it.
Everyone helps each other, everyone can communicate with each other, everyone can just do everything together, like we're a whole big family.
I've always just found a passion for like helping others and caring for others, and this program has like given me like so many opportunities, and as I've like tutored with the little kids, like, yeah, it's given me that.
We are taking high school students, offering them an opportunity to get an education with little to no debt, return back to their communities, and serve as the future educators. That is so vitally important.
You know, I get to work with the students while they're here at Canyon Springs, but then once they graduate and enroll in college as a sophomore, then I get to track them through college and hopefully be helping them to find jobs as a teacher at the end of all this.
The short story is, when I went to a competition for my LSU in San Diego, before I had already wanted to be a teacher, but it wasn't really set in stone. But after that win, I knew I wanted to do it forever.
I think we really do need teachers, and I think this is a great idea, bringing this to our district where we really need it, and I think it's really going to work. It's going to stick for a long time.
Can Todd, Tom, and Patrick please come to the podium?
I just have a quick question. What are you doing next Friday? We have our Sporting Clays event, and we need someone to help sell auction tickets. Are you ready for that? You're awesome. Last week, as you know, when we were closing, we were waiting for Tom Krob to get here. Do you know I actually practiced that this week? You know, Krob. To get here, and he actually has the award. So Russ, will you please come up and join us? So this is the Cliff Docterman Award. It is given for a Rotarian who's provided service to both Scouting and Rotary. The past two recipients are Tom Krob and Dr. Michael Gordon. And Russ, you're now part of the fraternity. It's going to be a co-ed fraternity, though. So.
Do I get the microphone? No.
No, Ross, you don't get the microphone.
I like her.
Come on in.
Thank you very much.
Next, we want to share some history with about one of our Rotarians. Bert Reiner. Well, let me start with saying Stu Lipoff was at the West Sahara Library. There was an exhibit in the Art Museum from the Nevada Center of Humanity. Bert Reiner's middle-class family was forced to abandon a comfortable life in Germany for the unknown world of Shanghai, China. Bert saw poverty and deprivation, but also made friends. He learned Chinese, and he played games. Coming to America after World War II's end, when Shanghai emptied of its Jewish refugees, Bert became the pivotal design engineer behind the mass production of the Cabbage Patch doll. This is truly unique, and Stu, I thank you so much. We knew about the Cabbage Patch doll, but I didn't know about this exhibit. So thank you for bringing this to our attention. Bert, I'm going to put you on the spot and see if there's anything else you would like to share with our membership.
Well, I'm glad to be here. Shanghai, people wondered why I went to Shanghai. That was the only country that did not have any requirement for visas. So we were free to leave Germany and go there. And if that hadn't been, I wouldn't be here today.
It's truly an honor for us to share this with the club. So thank you.
Who was that?
See, I should put my glasses on.
The exhibit that you're talking about at the West Sahara Library is called Catharsis, the Art of the Holocaust. And it closes on May the 17th, so it's the day after our fundraiser. So if you're going to go, and it's worth going, do it.
Thank you very much. Good to know. All right, let's see what we got next, huh? Oh, I lost my pen. I can't do anything. Okay. Next, we're going to invite.
Now we're going to invite Rosalie to come up to the podium.
Whoa, it's very
Very quiet. Thank you, everyone, for your attention. So I am here today as a foundation president and to inform you that I'm very pleased to announce that Carrie Gross has been elected by the foundation trustees for our vacant position to be having a seat on the board replacing Jim Cole as a new trustee of the board. And we need to ratify her existence as being on our board by the majority, either by voice or by paper. And the approval needs to be done by the general membership. So I'm going to call for a motion to ratify. Randy? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you both. Any abstentions? Anybody abstain? All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Thank you. Carrie, welcome to our board.
I think it's Todd, Tom, or Russ, or Patrick took my pen. We should find them. Okay. Ooh, we get to move on to...
It's time for surprise and delight. Who found a little card in their napkin? Bert, come on up here.
And bring the card. You got the card? We need proof. No, you gotta read it.
I forgot what we wrote. Let me see what it says. Come on over here.
Field of Love with Rotary.
Yay. So, to support small businesses in the community, you get a mystery box from my favorite store. It's called With Love and Company. It's in downtown Summerlin. Small business, and they make all their products in the store for men, women, children, pets. It's an incredible store if you haven't been. So it's a mystery box. I think there's things like salt scrub and stuff like that. So I hope you enjoy them. But this is for you. Congratulations. Okay, we're ready to move on, huh? We want to mention congratulations to Linda Peterson for being in our membership spotlight this week. Congratulations. Now, we're going to go ahead and do, ooh, we're way ahead of schedule. This is great. We're going to go ahead and do the raffle. Please hold on to your tickets. We have 5 extra raffles today. Fun stuff. So, you're going to read. For a chance to pull the Joker and win half the pot, and the pot is up to over $3,000. You want to read the ticket?
4, 6, 9, 6, 6, 2, 5. 4, 6, 9, 6, 6, 2, 5. I need to verify your ticket.
It looks good.
Which one is it? Next thing.
This is the ticket for the Lowry box. 46964990. 46964990.
Okay, so I mentioned my friend Steve. He retired from MGM after 45 years as one of the leaders. And he now, his hobby of making cookies is going so well. And I'm so proud of him. So I purchased 12 cookies. I have 10 here. So, they were horrible. No, I have one too many here. Let me see. I might have accidentally put a used one. All right, so we're gonna call your ticket and you come up and just grab 2 cookies for each person, okay?
469652. 469652.
Do you want to share them at the table? Do you want to share them at the table?
I just can't stand it.
Okay. No, you're fine. For you or, whatever you want to do. Okay, let's bring the next to share them at the table.
469652. 469652.
Somebody has it? There were some left over ones. Okay, we're going to pull another one. Go ahead and do this one, okay?
469648. 469648.
Got a winner. You again? Me again. I'm getting 2 more tickets. Okay.
Four, 46964889. 4 6 Chuck, you're not allowed to come anymore. Four, 6 9 6 4 6 7. 4 6.
We have 2 more. I need 1 more ticket. Sean, we need 1 more.
There's one of this?
Yeah, 2. You get 2. We'll try something. We got 1 more ticket.
Four, 6 9 6 5 6 7. 4 6 9 6 5 6 7. Four, 6 9 6 6 4 1. 4 6 9 6, 6, 4, 1.
Good job, thank you. I failed to mention that we had some visitors, so we didn't we didn't get a chance. Nancy, if we could take the microphone to our Bracken School administrators, teacher, and then let's introduce this family right here before we turn over for our speaker.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having Bracken here today. We're always very excited to be here, and especially very proud today as we see our student leaders leading and doing such a wonderful job. And that's exactly what we teach them at Bracken, is to be a leader, be confident, and the world is their oyster. So we're really proud. Almost as a parent, we're crying here and like, that's our child. So we're really happy, and the whole Kitterack and the parents that were able to come here and support this event. So thank you very much. And I have to say kudos to our teacher leader who prepared our students. Please stand. Callie Marquez, or actually Stoltz, Mary Stoltz. Without teachers like Callie, our students miss out. So thank you for all the hard work and preparing our students for this special event.
Can you give the microphone to Ansel so he can just introduce his family real quick, and then we'll start with our speaker?
Hello, and
Is this this is your family here?
Oh, yeah, it is.
Is this your mom?
Yes.
Okay, and your sisters?
No, just my mom.
Okay, and we have some other people at the table. You want to give the microphone to mom? Oh, you can introduce them. Yes. Okay.
Hi, I'm Ansel's mom, Anya.
Welcome.
I'm Janelle.
Hi, I'm Janelle's dad. Thank you guys for having us. We really appreciate you guys. And it's a pleasure to be here with you guys today.
Hi, I'm Layla.
Hi, I'm Layla's dad, and this is Layla's little sister,
Oh.
Eliana. Thank you all for having us here.
You're welcome, you guys. Thanks for being here. I'm going to go ahead now and invite you. Are you good? Good? We got another table here, people, right here.
Hello, my name is Chloe, and this is my mom.
Hello, my name is Chelsea. Thank you so much for having us here. We are really enjoying this.
Hello, I'm Francesca's dad. Thank you for having us.
Carrie, please come up and introduce our speaker.
Hopefully I can do as good as she did. Today I'm introducing our speaker, Heather Brown. She is the co-founder of Startup Las Vegas and former senior vice president at the Las Vegas Global Economic Alliance. She attended Western High School and is a first-generation college graduate from UNLV. She has been recognized in the Las Vegas's 40 Under 40 in 2023 and received the UNLV Patrick T. Smith Achievement and Service Award in 2025. Please join me in welcoming Heather Brown.
So how many of you have heard the phrase, we need to diversify our economy? I think everybody's hand should go up because I remember hearing it when I could first vote and every politician came and talked to us about it. And you know, where that's a sexy phrase for an elected official to talk about, it doesn't mean it's not true. And I think it's a very clear dichotomy, even just how we describe ourselves, right? We are the entertainment capital of the world. Now what do we say? We are the sports and entertainment capital of the world. And we did not hesitate to capitalize on that. We swallowed that up real fast. But it's also because it's true, right? And so when we think about, you know, small businesses, how do we, you know, we want to attract business, but we also want to help local businesses. And I think it's really important to kind of look that we have a foundation of tourism. But even from our roots here in Nevada, we pivoted pretty quickly. I don't know if many people know this, but our state, you know, 1864, we became a state, most expensive telegraph in human history to get our Constitution to DC, right? But, you know, just less than, I'm doing math in my head, less than 70 years later, the federal government was like, guys, your population is declining. You got to do something about it. And what did we do? No fault divorce, legalized gambling, right? We became innovative. We pivoted. We really just like got people who were excited about our state and capitalized on things that weren't happening. And here we are today. What did I say? We are the sports and entertainment capital of the world. But, you know, while we are pivoting, while we are looking at, you know, how do we actually expand and grow, we turn to innovation, production, entrepreneurship. These are the things, because it is at our core. Who we are as Nevadans, we are innovative. We lean in with yes, we say yes, we try and constantly, you know, push the needle. You know, I don't have my slides in front of me, so that's why I'm looking behind me, but, you know, there are things that GOED, the Governor's Office of Economic Development, and the regional economic development agencies around the state are pushing. And it's things like advanced manufacturing, healthcare, biotech, you know, logistics, sports and tech innovation. Advanced manufacturing, we see that really heavily in North Las Vegas, right? In Apex, they are expanding, they are growing, that is their bread and butter. We've all been around long enough, we saw how bad you know, the state of their finances were in North Las Vegas, and they've been able to come around, right? And it's because they really expanded opportunities for manufacturing and logistics and so healthcare and biotech. We see the city of Las Vegas really championing this. In fact, right now they're currently running a competition. They want a biotech company to move their entire HQ to the city of Las Vegas, and they will give them $10 million to do it. And what that will do is that will spur so much other ancillary businesses, and we'll get into that. Logistics, I mean, how many people have heard that we will get a second airport? How many people have heard that, you know, we're gonna be an inland hub one day? I've been hearing that since I first got my first job. I was like, I don't know what that is, but it sounds cool. And, you know, obviously I've looked it up. For those of you who don't know, it would be really great if one day we could make that happen, right? Basically, instead of all the goods and services coming through the port of Long Beach or Los Angeles, they would actually get on trucks, come through here, and go through customs and immigration here in Las Vegas. We already have opportunity zones here, actually all of Clark County. So I'm not gonna cover that. I can talk about that at any other point. But the cool thing is if you have a business that imports things from overseas, the whole of Clark County, and this is very rare, most of the times it's certain jurisdictions. So let's say we're all very familiar. Let's say you had to live in city jurisdiction. You couldn't live in unincorporated Clark County. That's normally how most of these opportunity zones go. But all of Clark County is an opportunity zone. So if any of you are thinking, hey, I import things from overseas and I pay a crap ton of taxes, I don't love that, imports and everything. There's actually stuff that Nevada can do, and I can make sure that they give you guys the information right here in Clark County to actually help you push those import taxes until you actually get the goods into the market. So saves your business a lot of cash flow up front. So I will share that separate. And then obviously sports, tech, innovation. You know, it depends on who you talk to, because you know, if anybody says, oh, well, we've got 1,000 startup companies, you gotta kind of check that math a little bit. It's really good to own a business here in Nevada. And a lot of people just domicile here. They're not actually, you know, growing. And so I don't like to say we've got, I saw a statistic when I was looking this up, we've got 832 sports tech companies. No, we don't. That's not real. But I want to say we probably have at least 50 or 60 that are scaling and growing here and that are genuinely investing and hiring local. So these are kind of like the 4 main areas that we hear from GoEd of where they travel around the world really and trying to attract these businesses here. So I want to first start as why do people choose Nevada? We know that, right? We've got a good tax haven. We're right next door to the 4th largest economy, and that matters, right? We have faster decision-making time. There's less bureaucracy. We're very proud of that. We call ourselves pro-business in a lot of ways, and it's because we genuinely do try. I have to give credit to our Secretary of State. Silver Flume is a mess. How many people have a business? How many people have to do it? It's not that great. But I will also tell you this. I have a company that works in 17 different states. We are the best. I will tell you that. We are the best as far as accessibility, fast, quickness, picking up the phone, being able to get someone. So we have frustrations, but at least they're being acknowledged, and we are working on that. And I have to give the Secretary of State's office a lot of credit. I know it says in my bio, I actually run a podcast called Home Means, and I just released an episode with our Secretary of State, and we talk about actually this exact issue. That's why it's like fresh in my head. When he first became, he cleared all the backlog that had been like 5 years. And so now when people call, you genuinely can get people. And so that's kind of the secret sauce of Nevada, right? Like being able to get somebody on the phone, which is pretty cool. You know, lower cost than neighboring states. We hear a lot of times, well, I could just go to Texas. I could just go to Florida. Yeah, but you're going to pay more in property tax, and you're not near the 4th largest economy. And quite frankly, doing business here is just better. And so that's something when I was at LVGEA, I would use quite a bit. But that's for other people who are coming to the market. That's the why they come. What's the hidden advantage for you? The ones that are already here, the ones that are scaling and growing and really investing in our local economy, that's who I want to really focus on today. So we know that there is that stickiness, that connectivity, that ability to pick up the phone and call anybody. I mean, pretty much any room you go into, there's going to be an elected official there, right? Whether we want to talk to them or not, they're there, right? As an elected official, I want to just say, let's be nice. No, but honestly, I do think, how many people have heard that old adage of like, there are 2.4 million people and I know all 50 of them? That's very Las Vegas, very Nevada, right? And here's the thing, I do genuinely believe that that is true. I do think that people want to, I kind of already said this, but people want to lean in. They want to lead with yes. They want to be helpful. They want to help you. If they can help you, they're going to make connections. I get called all the time, I need help with da-da-da. I was like, okay, well, just talk to Shani Coleman and she'll put someone on her team on it because it's advantageous for them to be able to do this. And like, I really think that, you know, I don't want to be like Pollyanna about this, but like, honestly, I think it's so special that it's just asking and it's just knowing who to ask, and we'll get into a little bit of that. I do think the high visitor count, you know, we've got over 40 million people that come to Las Vegas every year, and I think depending your business structure, having that ability to access those people, I know for me, I work with a lot of startup founders, that's invaluable. That's like a test bed audience that you could not pay for, right? You have somebody from every socioeconomic background, all corners of the world, and it's just really amazing to be able to, you know, meet with those people. Plus a higher education relationship. We have 8 higher ed institutions in this state. Does everybody know that? 8. We have 3 that are located here in Southern Nevada, UNLV, CSN, and Nevada State. But we've got some really great friends up north and in the rural communities. And one of the amazing things that I think not a lot of people know, and I'll talk a little bit more about this, is like training opportunities, right? Our higher ed institutions will actually work with your business. Let's say you needed to train someone like, hey, I really want to get, you know, I'm willing to train them, but I need them to get some basic knowledge and I want it to happen before I hire them. you can actually work with one of our higher ed institutions and they will stand up a training in 5 to 7 weeks for you. So one thing that people don't realize here in Nevada, well, we all know that we love our commissions. We love bureaucracy in that way. There's actually a post-secondary commission here in Las Vegas, or in Nevada, excuse me, and it's in NRS. And so that basically means that if you want to train potential employees without hiring them, you actually can't do that without going through the post-secondary commission. And as someone who's gone through it, it is ridiculous. I will just tell you that. We're being honest, we're amongst friends. But I will say that the higher ed institutions actually circumvent that. So you actually don't have to go through the post-secondary commission, and they'll actually stand it up and they'll run it for you, and you would just pay the fees. So that's a really nice added benefit that not a lot of people know about. I also think that it's fair to say that we have a strong chambers here in Southern Nevada: Latin Chamber, Henderson Chamber, Vegas Chamber, Urban Chamber, and Asian Chamber. They are very active, and I think it is worth exploring if that fits into your business model. So I want to actually talk about the realities of doing business here in Southern Nevada. We know that we hear this thing of like, oh, there's a growth economy. Well, not every industry is feeling that growth economy. Maybe health is, maybe sports, maybe manufacturing. But not everybody is going to feel that in the day-to-day, and I think we have to be honest about that. We have to say that there is an uneven approach to how growth is happening right now. We also have regulations that vary by jurisdiction. So if you have 2 locations, and one's in the city of Las Vegas and one's in unincorporated Clark County, 2 very different processes to actually get in compliance. And there's a little frustration, there's a little friction there, right? And I know that the municipalities are talking about how do they all make sure that they get their money, but also make it a little less friction for people. And I know that conversation is happening. Workforce can be tight depending on your industry. So I actually think, and I'm not just saying this because I represent the higher ed institutions, but I think our workforce pipeline is our higher ed institutions. And I think that they are doing an amazing job with working with businesses to identify exactly where growth opportunities are. If somebody needs something in the market, they are going to be able to provide it for you. But not every industry might feel like they have the workforce, especially maybe higher end technology-based workers. And that is something that we are slowly starting to address as employers start to build and scale here. And I think it's important just to have that open dialogue. Not a lot of people know that they can go and talk to the provost office and say, hey, this is what we're looking for, this is what we need. And then they can actually put you in touch with the different departments or the specific college. So there's a program called Handshake, and it is something that all of our institutions use, and this is how you can actually find, especially if we're talking about interns, and we'll talk about that in a second. So what's actually available for you here as business leaders? And I've got some little cheat sheet I will make sure that you guys get. So we already know that the Governor's Office of Economic Development offers abatements. And yes, let's just be honest, most of those abatements are for brand new companies to the market. But what most people don't know is they actually offer a second abatement, and that's for expanding businesses. So if you are expanding 10% of your workforce and investing 20% of your overall CapEx, they will give you abatements. And you can go and you can apply for them, and I can send some information on how that works. Because here's the thing. We, the state of Nevada, want to make sure that we are also not just attracting new businesses, because we want to reward people who continue to invest and stay engaged with our workers, hire more people, grow and scale. Your success is the state's success. And so there is that opportunity. There's also some really cool things. There's workforce training reimbursements. And so I've actually taken advantage of 2 of these myself. And so what it is if you were upscaling somebody, so let's say you hired somebody who was a junior editor and now they're a senior editor. Well, they might need a little bit of help. So what the state of Nevada will do is actually cover up to 90% of that person's salary, up to $10,000, to get them trained while they learn the job. It's called on-the-job training, right? And it's you, the employer, is going to take a risk of hiring somebody who maybe isn't ready. And so this is actually supposed to, you should think about it as like, it's you or someone on your team training them, it's paying for their salary to get the person trained. And so that's just something really cool. Workforce Connections is actually the one that operates that. The second thing is actually the Silver State works, and you can receive up to $2,000 per employee if you want to have an in-house trainer come in. And this is meant to like pay for the facilitator, so then as a company you can actually learn and scale. I think these are just really amazing things that not a lot of employers take advantage of, probably because you don't know about it. Did anybody in this room know about those things? See, and I think this is where we can just say the quiet things out loud, right? We live in a lot of silos. And I don't think it's done intentionally. I think people, don't necessarily come to Rotary or go to the chambers or talk to where business leaders are convening because they're so, they're being measured, they being the RDAs, the Regional Economic Development Agencies, are being measured by the newness, right? And this is also, we were just talking about the news clip, and I was like, wow, the news like dedicated over 4 minutes to that story. That's absolutely incredible. And somebody said, well, yeah, it's just nice that they didn't say anything negative this time. And like, I actually think that that's a sentiment we can all kind of, agree with, right? We don't talk about the amazing things. We don't talk about the good stuff. We love to clickbait and get the stuff. And I don't mean we in this room, I mean society in general. And so that's why I'm so blessed to be here, to be able to share some of this, and I will make sure you guys get it all, because I've got more resources. I did this from Employee NV, but basically they do like hiring events that you can attend. They will help you come up with different ways to market your jobs. Obviously, the higher ed institutions will market it for you. I know we've done, at my company, we do a lot of paid internships, and so what we'll do is we'll call the UNLV and say, hey, I would like to find XYZ candidate. They'll actually interview and then send over some names. And so they just want to be helpful too. And so like, let's take some of these barriers of entry for you, the business owner, right? Because at the end of the day, what's the most important commodity for you as the business owner? It's time. Well, it's time. It's your time, right? And so you want to make sure that you're getting the right employee in the beginning, right? It's frustrating. I've had to let people go before because it just didn't work. It seemed like it would, but it would be really nice if we can find, less barriers for you, the employer, because then you can actually get people employed, and then your, economic inputs, and then, and then the world goes round. What else we got? Chambers, Workforce Connections. There's also industry groups. So there's a lot of different industry groups in town, and I will always help businesses get connected to them, because that's a whole new network. Like, this is an incredible network, and then that's a whole new network that's in your specific industry. So I'm sure you've all thought about it, but if you haven't, you should definitely look them up, because they are growing here in Nevada. Okay, so what are two big things that we can actually talk about? Like, I don't think a single business, if you are actually running your business well, and you know you have a good product and you're doing what you need to do to fulfill what the market demands are, I don't think anybody fails because, they just didn't have, the will, right? That's why you started a business. It's opportunity, and it's figuring that out. So it's a lot of these, like, who do I call? What do I qualify for? How do I expand? And that's why I'm really grateful to have this opportunity, because I do think that I'm going to connect you. I will connect every single person in this room, and it's up to you if you want to take advantage of it. But her name is Amy Respasini, and she is the one that actually processes all these applications for you. Like I said, I have taken advantage of these personally, and it was really helpful because I was able to actually train the people, and then I felt confident, and then it was like, my business was investing in this person, but also the state was investing in my business. So it was really great. So these are just some exercises that I do when I'm talking to an entrepreneur or a company that's looking to build here in Las Vegas. Where do you fit in the supply chain of larger companies, right? a larger company is going to move here, or they're scaling and growing. Are you maybe that last mile? Could you have like back end things that you can, because no company exists in a bubble, right? We're a global economy. We, you know, share goods and services. Where can your business kind of fit in this? I also think that expanding new services to newer industries. I'll give you an example of a company I am working with now. It's AI, okay. We know everything is sexy because it says AI. But what they said is like, I'm not gonna start a new AI company, but I am gonna look at the AI infrastructure because every AI company needs me. And so what they did is they actually are building the AI infrastructure, and they are headquartered right here in Las Vegas. And they're doing really well. They're, you know, gonna make some really big announcements. They did a series raise a couple months ago, and it was the largest in Nevada history. And they're doing it here, but they didn't think about what's everybody else doing? What does everybody else need to be successful? And so I think that's it. And then obviously hiring through the workforce programs. Use the programs that are there. Yes, it's only $10,000, but that's $10,000 more dollars in your pocket, right? It's $2,000 to get a training. I personally love a useful training. And it's really nice that the state will continue to invest in you. I also really want to challenge everyone to offer paid internships. You know, our UNLV students, these are people that are choosing to stay here. The community is investing in them because it is taxpayer subsidized education at the end of the day. I mean, I put it in my bio because it is something that I'm very proud of. I went to school with the Millennial Scholarship. And if it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't have been able to go to school in the capacity that I was. You know, my parents were like, good luck, you got this. And it was because the state invested in me that I was able to graduate in the time I was. So I would say, you know, we have incredible students. Just yesterday, I was judging the senior design competition for the UNLV engineering, and some of these kids, I mean, I say kids because they're just adorable, but the students are so brilliant and smart, and they are building companies in school. And I was like, when I was 21, I was not thinking about what the CAC was on how to get my next customer, but they answered all my questions, and they are thinking about it. They're sitting there with the Sam Tam Sam, and I was like, girl, yes, I love this. But I love that, you know, they are thinking about being entrepreneur, and they want opportunities, they want to learn, they want to scale. You know, I'm very lucky. My very first job was actually with Congresswoman Berkeley, but the only, Mayor Berkeley now, but at the time, and the only reason why she gave me the job is because I literally volunteered, and when I was literally sweeping floors, somebody was like, well, we don't need you, but you could sweep floors. And I just remember being like, you don't understand. I'm a political science student. I can actually do a lot more. They're like, yeah, you can sweep floors. I was like, okay. And then on my third day, actually, the congresswoman came out of her office and she was like, are you looking for a job? I was like, yes, ma'am. And she actually gave me my first job. But I think it's because I had the opportunity to be around businesses. And I know that doesn't really happen a lot, right? And so just giving people an opportunity, it's a well, let's call it what it is. It's a cheaper workforce for you, the employer, but also that's telling you, like, is this person a good fit, culture fit? Do they understand the job? Can they do the job? After they graduate, are they gonna be somebody that I could possibly hire full time? And I just think it's, you know, we don't do it enough as a community, and I am starting to slowly, you know, really push and ask people to start thinking about reaching out and hiring our kids from CSN, Nevada State, and UNLV. And then obviously partnering locally. We kind of already talked about it, but like, no company exists in a bubble, and it's really nice if your supply chain comes from another company here in town. It keeps the money local, but it also helps you know where your supply chain is originating. Okay, and then I think this is just another reminder that, like, I think it is easier to access decision makers. We kind of joked about it, but you know, you'll see a county commissioner at a lot of events that you go into town. You'll run into the governor at the grocery store, right? And I think that's a really special opportunity. Every city council member, you know, takes their kids to the park, right? Like, this is a community where it's not like California where it's impossible to actually, you know, talk to decision makers. Here we're very connected. I also think there's a faster ability to pivot. And what I mean by that is because we are not overly saturated, if something isn't working, you can pivot. And I think it's a lot easier to do because we can understand the market. We can kind of see it. I also think because there's less saturation, there's a bigger opportunity to actually go in and own bigger pieces of the pie. And I think, you know, with supply chain, with other businesses that you can partner with, and then workforce connections that can help you actually grow, I think those are really, and then obviously strong community network. I do think that people lead with yes. I do think people want to be helpful, and then obviously the workforce programs that we continue to have. And then I just want to kind of end with, we know Nevada's growing, but we also know that it's not going to continue to grow if it's not for our small businesses and all the, you know, we always say, every 5 minutes we have a new person move to town, and we're on a trajectory to have over 3 million people here in Southern Nevada. And so that's another 600,000 customers. That's another 600,000 eyeballs that you need to get on your business. And I think understanding where we're growing and what's available, and you know, even where the state is really prioritizing, that'll be really helpful for you in your business. And then basically, you know, engaging with each other and just helping and continuing to ask good questions. And we're going to help Nevada grow and scale. We really will diversify our economy. Are there any questions? Yes, Rosalie.
Of course. Oh, of course, the banker would have a question. So my question for you is based on these programs presented. Is there a limitation to the size of the business in regards to gross annual revenues? And is it categorized by a meaning that you have regarding the title of small business? Because sometimes it's segmented corporate small business, so I just wondered if there were any limitations.
It is my understanding that if you're a Nevada business, you qualify for these programs. Yeah.
Thank you for the information. Has there been any safety net discussions in your realm with the SB 317 lifting the workers' comp caps for overnight for small businesses?
I haven't heard. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, so a lot of us in here, I'm sure, can agree we have a lot of years of experience or skill sets that would be very, very, you know, helpful to people who are wanting to join the workforce and you know, have the training opportunities. Do you also have partnerships for people to come in and lead those workshops or teach or mentor some of those students that are going to be working with businesses in this program?
Yeah, I'll give you actually a really good example of that. CSN partnered with Haas Automotion, and so the Deborah March Center of Excellence, which is in Henderson by the executive airport, and Haas actually invested in the training facility because they wanted to send their own people over and get them trained at CSN. So then they literally walk across the street and get hired. And that is obviously, you know, there's a lot of equipment that's involved in that. But if you want to come in and talk to business classes, you want to talk to, absolutely. I will tell, I mean, first of all, I'm their boss, so I will tell them to do it. But I also know that every single dean wants business people involved, 100%. Like, unequivocally. I got goosebumps thinking about it. Because honestly, I've had so many conversations about this, mostly because I want to do a class on leadership of Taylor Swift, but I've pitched them on it. We're working on it. But mostly because I do know that especially, you know, the business college, hospitality college, liberal arts college, education college, they all know that their students are going to graduate and have to go into the business world, have to, you know, find jobs and do that. They want people to come in, 100%. So I would love that.
Thank you very much for informative presentation. I have a question about sports capital. you mentioned entertainment and sports capital. Do you know which other new teams are coming to Las Vegas?
I mean, I only know what they tell us on the news, but my guess is that we are going to get an NBA team very soon. Yeah, I mean, then we'll have the major sports here. I'd love to see some more women's teams. Oh, we know we're getting A's, but.
Change my mind. Thank you for, good grief. Thank you for presenting and save us the trouble. Would you allow us to share your slides with the club at large?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for that.
Anyone else? Elliot.
Thank you so much. Those workforce programs you described are very, very intriguing. Are the students as aware of this opportunity as perhaps the teachers are?
You're talking about like the absolutely, yes. And so, like I said, the program is called Handshake, and as a Nevada system, we've agreed to use one program, so it's less friction for you, the business owner, right? And so all the students know if they want internships or to attend conferences or whatever, all of that's going to be pushed on this platform called Handshake, 100%. Yeah.
We're good? Okay.
Amazing. Thank you guys so much.
I have stuff for you. Thank you so much for being here. We have made a donation to the Just One Project in your name to help combat hunger in our community. And then we're going to give you our centennial book. You heard me say we're 103 years old. I feel 103 today, running around. But this is from our 100-year and very memorable occasion. So we wanted you to have this as well. Thank you so much. Thanks again. So to adjourn our meeting, let's see what I put here. Supporting small businesses, a simple choice, but one that creates real impact in our community, and truly, it makes my heart full. With that, meeting adjourned. I look forward to seeing everyone tonight.